A fair and beautifully balanced heart. That's you, Libra Moon. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina, and if you don't know me, I love talking about astrology with you, so if that's what you want to, smash subscribe for good luck so we can stay connected. You can be informed when I release my weekly videos, so thanks in advance. You guys, today we're going to be talking about another moon sign, Libra Moon, the really balanced, relationship-focused moon sign. Really interesting topic. So first we're going to discuss what the moon means in our birth chart. Well, our moon is our non-negotiable emotional needs. It's really an emotional muscle. It's something that needs to be nurtured and accepted for what it actually is. We don't grow into another moon sign. We just accept ourselves emotionally and we become stronger with that acceptance. It's really important to learn these emotional needs because if our moon is strong, it's going to lift our visible parts of our chart up, like our midheaven, our sun, our rising sign, all those things that really go out into the world and make our dreams come true. So that's why it's really important to understand your moon sign. Keep in mind, this video is about the pure energy of Libra Moon. So if I say something that does not resonate with you, make sure you check the aspects to the moon itself, the house placement, and the aspects to your moon's ruler, because it's really important we understand the pure energy so we can understand how we're different, how those aspects are manipulating the energy. Okay guys, so what are some Libra Moon basics? We're going to get into that. Then we're going to talk about nurturing styles of Libra Moon. We'll end off on self-care tips, which is so important. Alright, let's get started. So let's talk about the basics of Libra Moon. Libra Moon is an air cardinal moon. Cardinal means that it is like first on the scene. It's a very forward-moving energy, like an arrow, and with the element of air ruling planet Venus. So very interesting combination here because Venus is super feminine and Libra is a masculine sign, making it a very balanced Venus. It's not overindulgent like Taurus because that's a double dose of femininity. Libra is very fair and balanced, equal parts masculine, feminine, to create a very beautiful and desirable universal image to other people. It doesn't like to rock the boat. It wants to be easy on all of our senses, agreeable, to get that social connection going. The cardinal element gives it a lot of energy towards relationships. Just like Aries is really self-focused, Libra is focused on building relationships with social components of people. Air gives it that social component, and you know, air is all about relating to others and what's going on in our head. So Libra Moon people just have an extreme emotional need to form those connections with others emotionally. They have a lot of like social grace and beauty because of this. They are very likable people because they understand how to be pleasant to other people. They know what emotional image to project to make that connection happen. So yeah, very relationship focused here. That's a deep emotional need for Libra Moons and should not be ignored. Let's briefly touch on the houses. So if your Libra Moon is in the 8th house, this could be extremely interesting because when we think of Libra Moon, the house is going to tell you where you're putting all that relationship focus, where you're putting all that Venus, where you're putting all that need to feel emotional balance. Well, if it's deposited in the 8th house, that means that you still have those deep needs to connect with other people and to find relationships, to express Venus through those relationships. But it's kind of locked up in that 8th house. 8th house is very intense and hidden, a psychological house. So this could actually make someone a pretty good psychologist because Libras understand people on that really basic social level. They understand what they want to hear, and if that's in your 8th house, I feel like you could really understand someone on a deep mental level with this placement, and you know how to talk to them. So you could really maybe be a really helpful psychologist type to other people. This could also cause some tension. Maybe you feel such a deep need to connect with others, but the 8th house is kind of like a scary house. Maybe you're just scared, holding yourself back from making those Libra connections with others. We'll talk about one more house. If your Libra Moon is in your 1st house, this could be really interesting because you might be just a tad more touchy and emotional because the 1st house is like a transparent house. Everyone can see the stuff in your 1st house. And if your moon's in there, you might be a little bit more emotionally raw than a Libra Moon because Libra Moon is very polite and contained. It might give you that push of bravery to say what you really feel more so than a regular Libra moon. Could also give you some aspect of physical beauty because the moon's just a very beautiful planet. So I usually don't make that connection with physical, but I feel like a Libra moon in the first house would just be a really pretty person. Alright, you guys, as usual, you let me know in the comments. Let's talk about the mother briefly. If your moon is in Libra, your mom was probably just a very well-liked person in their social circles and known for their social grace and beauty. This could have made you just really look up to her and want to emulate how she goes about relating with others, because you see that she just has so many friends and so many people like her. Maybe she taught you about Venus. Maybe she passed on all of her secrets of Venus to you and helped mold you in that way. You could have also viewed her as kind of like hard to know, because if you see her just accommodating others and being so relationship focused, maybe you felt like you never knew what she actually wanted. And in accommodating other people all the time, maybe they accidentally created chaos instead of peace. You also could have had a mom with exquisite tastes in music and art, all the things that we connect with Venus, and that could have like affected you in a very positive way. Maybe she extended that taste to you. Maybe she was a musician. The possibilities are endless, so you guys let me know. I don't like to make assumptions about people's parents. Alright, so let's get into the nurturing styles. What does a Libra moon need to feel nurtured? Above all, Libra moons need help in making decisions, because Libra in general has a hard time making decisions because they are an air sign and they seek balance. And it's cardinal, so it's just like a lot of energy generated here. So they just see every single possibility, and it's almost like they're perfectionists to a degree, not like in the Virgo way, but they just, if you're striving for balance and you're represented by the scales, you know, there is an element of perfection in that. They just want to make the best, most pleasing decision. And oftentimes people view this as like, oh, I'm just going to make the decision for them. This could rub your Libra moon the wrong way, so don't make decisions for them. Just understand that when they're indecisive and they're opening up to you, because think about our moon's like a hidden spot. So if they're opening up to you, gently steer them towards a decision. Give them some options, but don't be forceful. And a Libra moon will really appreciate that, because they kind of need things narrowed down for them to help them make and hone in on a decision. A Libra moon needs a lot of encouragement to develop the Venus in their life, because Venus is connected to a lot of creative things like music, arts, fashion, just food even, like all that stuff. And a lot of times Libra is just a very passive observer of all this, because I said they have exquisite taste in things Venus. And I think they really feel nurtured when people like push them to express that Venus themselves instead of being just an observer of it. So if you love your Libra moon, encourage them to use their taste to create beauty in the world through hobbies. It really makes them shine emotionally. If you want to nurture a Libra moon, do not be rude to them. Do not be mean. Do not be too harsh, because these things really throw them off balance emotionally. They prefer people around them to be fair, kind, and polite no matter the topic, which is a lot to ask from people, but the moon is a very tender spot, and this is what these people need, is not very harsh words. So when you're talking to them, keep that in mind, because they are an air sign, so how you talk to them really, really matters to them, and they will really appreciate you if you're going out of your way to be kind and polite to them when you're speaking with them. Add beauty to their lives, guys. Libra moons love it when people add to their beautiful world aesthetically, and it's not shallow. It's like a really deep need for them. So recommend bands, recommend places to go that are beautiful, recommend, I don't know, clothing brands, just anything that can enhance beauty in the life. When you meet up with them, make sure you look nice, make sure you smell nice, that you yourself look beautiful. They will really appreciate this, because they kind of like to be on trend and have an element of beauty to their lives. The beauty component cannot be forgotten, because they're ruled by Venus, and they really feel emotionally calm and balanced when they have that constant sense of beautiful things, beauty in their lives. Also, let them know that you think they're beautiful, whether that's physically, mentally, just anyway. Show them that you appreciate their exquisite tastes in things, that you appreciate the effort they put into their appearance, that you appreciate their decorating style. Like, all of these things really make them feel pretty amazing. And be sure that you're adding to the tranquility of an atmosphere, because we can't ignore that part of Venus, like not wanting to rock the boat, wanting things to be pleasing. So they don't like people who will ruin the mood, ruin the vibe of things. Add to the tranquility and peace and beauty of that. I'll keep saying this throughout the video, Libra is super relationship focused, so definitely if you love them, keep in touch with them. There's a social component here that's like a straight direct line to their heart. Ask them their opinions on things. Share things with them that are trending. They're trendy people. They like to be kept up to date with current things. Invite them out places. They feel very loved when their social groups include them without them having to ask, because remember, they're a little bit more passive here. Even though they're cardinal, they prefer other people ask them to do things. So invite them out to do things. They will feel so loved and socially important, which is so important for them. If you love a Libra moon, encourage them to get in a relationship, because they are relationship focused, and this is a huge, deep emotional need here, because we're talking about their moon sign. Be that encouraging voice that encourages them to put themselves out there and to not give up, to find that important relationship, because that will bring a lot of happiness to their life. And most important, this is a little wacky, but let's just be honest, guys. Venus costs money. Anything related to Venus costs money, and Libras need Venus in their life. If you love a Libra moon, spoil them with Venus. You know, there's a financial component here. If you're going to support their Venus habits, that's going to make them feel a lot of love here. And lastly, don't embarrass them. Libra moons care about their social reputations a lot, and if you're gonna like embarrass them in public, like calling them out about something, that just hurts them and mortifies them. So don't embarrass them. Respect them socially. Add to that image. Support their image, because the social component is very strong here, and they work a lot on getting people to like them. So be a supportive voice in their life, a supportive force in this way. How do Libra moons nurture others? Well, they're going to be extremely fair to those that they love. They're always going to go out of their way to give you very balanced advice, equal parts emotion, equal parts logic here, because it's not like they're cold. They do have an emotional component. They're just always balancing it with subjective, objective. Like, they're trying to zero out the scales and give you the most balanced advice. So show your appreciation for that, because that takes a lot of mental effort on their part. They will bring beauty to your life. They will share their taste. They will show you how they arrange things, how they make things more beautiful. If they already have hobbies associated with Venus, they'll spoil you with that. Maybe they'll, you know, paint you something. Maybe they will buy you a beautiful outfit. They will add to your Venus. They will tell you that you're beautiful, and that's like really loving words from them, because, you know, they're about aesthetics here. Because they're so relationship focused, they will accommodate you if they love you. They will go out of their way to bend for you despite their personal desires and wants. And they will do this happily if they feel like you're someone who's fair to them and you're someone who loves them. If you're someone who adds beauty to their lives, they will have no issues doing this for you. They will be very patient listeners with you, and they will really absorb what you're saying, because they want to connect with you in that way. They want you to open up with them, because they also want to open up with you, and they kind of like, they're always seeing things from two different points of view. So they see this as an investment for them. If you're opening up to them, well, they're going to give you a lot of patience and time, because that's what they expect out of you, because it, you know, this moon is about give and take in equal parts. If they love you, they'll want to do things with you. They'll maybe take the initiative sometimes and ask you out to all their things that they think are beautiful, to go to an art museum, you know, to go on a walk. They will want to do things socially with you. They will want to be seen with you. This is huge, because Libras care a lot about their social reputation. So especially if that's connected with the moon. So if they're inviting you out and they're willing to be seen with you, well, that's a big deal for them and should not be taken lightly. And lastly, if they really, really, really love you, they will give you the benefit of the doubt when you're mean and rude to them, which we're all humans and we all succumb to this sometimes. And Libra moons usually they don't like that when other people do that to them. So if they really love you, they will go out of their way to not be offended and to try to stay objective even though they're probably screaming inside because they hate rudeness. So definitely reward them and tell them that you appreciate them, and tell them that you're sorry when you have these rude outbursts, because that really hurts them emotionally. How can a Libra moon nurture itself? Well, you guys, one of the most important things you can do as a Libra moon for yourself is to not wait on other people to bring beauty to your life. Actively seek that on your own, whether that's finding a hobby that involves Venus, like painting. I think Libra moons would make amazing painters. Anything, home decorating, just the list goes on and on. Make sure you're bringing that beauty to yourself, because whenever you're actively, Libra moons, you are cardinal, so there is a lot of energy there to be used. So use that to create your own beauty, because you have amazing taste. You could make candles, you could do so many things that just show off your amazing taste and will add that beauty to your life without you waiting on others and getting disappointed sometimes. It's really important that you try to understand your own feelings apart from other people, to carve out your emotions here. And even if like that's hard for you, it's really important that you do this so you can get to know yourself on that very selfish Aries level. Write down your feelings so you don't forget them, so you can try to, you know, break them down and understand what you feel, because really carving out yourself and having a strong sense of emotional identity will be very healing for you, Libra moon, because you're a person too. You have your own unique feelings and desires, and you deserve to know yourself. And other people deserve to know you too, because you're beautiful people. So if you feel comfortable with others, don't be afraid to let that social guard down and show who you really are, because if they love you, they'll stay. Even if they're, you know, used to you being fair and kind all the time, they're going to stick around if they truly care about you when you show the real you. Make sure you're doing whatever you have to do to make yourself feel beautiful, whether that's taking care of your body, nice clothes, your hobbies, just anything, by having a nice car. No matter how weird and superficial it sounds, do whatever you have to do to make you feel beautiful, because you have a heart ruled by Venus, so this is very important. Make sure you're keeping your finances healthy so you can support all the things that you like that have to do with Venus, because Venus does cost money. Make sure that you are getting in quality relationships, Libra moon, not just taking anyone who's interested just to have that part of your life filled up. Be more discriminate. Make sure that they're going to add beauty and tranquility and balance to your life so you can stay equaled out. Realize that you're a prize, you guys, so don't just give yourselves away to anyone. And lastly, most important, be fair to yourselves. We're all human, we all mess up, and you don't have to take people's abuse just because you're trying to be fair, just because you want to keep them around. Put yourself first sometimes, and this will be a big healing for you, Libra moon. You guys, I hope you really liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. Give this video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!